The three of you awake in your crypto-sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown Rimworld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. This is Rimworld by Ludion Games. It's an alpha. It is a colony building simulator where, as you may have discerned, you control several survivors of an explosion in space who land on an unknown planet and must survive. So, let's begin. I pause immediately, and we'll go through our roster here. Let's go ahead and set this to manual priorities first. Chef. Chef is 50, or Ernest Chef Solka is a 57-year-old mercenary recruit turned chef. Descended from a long line of off-world mercenaries, Chef grew up in a busy trading hub. His interest in the foreign goods at the market often distracted him from his chores and training, and he became a mercenary chef. Following in his family's footsteps, Chef was a soldier for hire. He is a naturally gifted sharpshooter. However, his real passion is in perfecting a new recipe or dissecting a new gadget. And he can't do any growing. And he is warm-skinned, which means he prefers cooler temperatures. He's got really nice crafting, very good cooking, and of course good shooting. Interested in that construction 0. It looks like I can. Even though it says incapable, I can bring that up. It'll just take some time. Moving on, we have Luke Gisler, a 49-year-old medieval slave turned Rimworld entrepreneur. Luke grew up pulling carts and digging holes on a medieval world. Simple manual labor is his oldest companion, along with the master's lash. He didn't learn to read until age 9. In the herb worlds, most suffer, but someone has to run the corporations. Luke learned the skills of the trade, greasing palms and technical analysis. He is a socio-intellectual machine. I am confused about that, but how a medieval slave goes to be a one of the corporate elite, effectively. But you know what? That's a story of empowerment for you. He's a brawler, which means he prefers melee. Luke likes to fight up close and personal. His accuracy is greatly increased in melee combat, but he'll be very unhappy if asked to carry a ranged weapon. And icy skinned, which means he likes warm weather. So he has reasonable construction, growing, and mining, good melee and shooting, and he can be taught crafting and medicine fairly effectively. And lastly, we have Chris Irving, 21-year-old sheltered child turned inventor. Chris grew up in a shelter deep beneath a toxic world. He received a comprehensive education, but has no opportunity to do physical labor. On his homeworld, Chris worked as a moderately successful inventor. He developed several minor technologies. By age 21, that's quite impressive, I think. Green thumb, which increases his growing, +2. A gardener. Inventor. So, yeah, not a fighter, but good grower, good researcher, good medicine, good crafting. Okay social. And not incapable of anything. So, that's our group. I think it was it Luke who was a brawler? Chef's not a brawler too, is he? No. Okay, good. Alright, well Luke, being a brawler, will pick up this knife. Chef will pick up this Lee Enfield. And Chris will find the pistol hidden behind the tree. Haha. Alright, let's look here. I choose a mountainous region on large setting. Usually I do ludicrous because I'm crazy. I think we're in a good place. Looks like we're right on the edge of the map here. Nice big mountain there, which we will be tunneling into. Yes. A single cryopod. Normally these things spawn in groups of like 5 or 6, and that makes them very difficult to deal with. They contain random people and sometimes mega scarabs, which are just big beetles, basically, but they're pretty dangerous. Whether the people in them are hostile or friendly is random. If they're hostile, they usually contain high-level equipment, which makes them difficult to deal with early on. We've got a lot of muffalo here, which is good. We will need food. This is actually pretty nice in here. We would have, if we mined into this mountain here and got into this area, we would have an almost completely isolated and safe growing zone. Wouldn't be totally so, because they can spawn in this area and there are drop pods that can come in and all this kind of stuff, but it would be certainly safer than out here. I'm not playing on Cassandra Classic, I'm actually playing on Randy Random. So, it's a gamble. I hope it works. I just did a I tried to do a Let's Play video, and I got in many hours of recording, and then I found out that my audio, like, for some reason stopped recording after 2 minutes. So, that was disappointing. Not quite depressing, but disappointing. Well, here's our first night shelter right here. Let's go ahead and set up some sleeping spots for our erstwhile companions. We'll need wood. Thankfully, we have some wood. Yeah, my last one was was a desert world, which had no wood on it, and we eventually starved to death. I'll spoil it for you. I ended up deleting the recording anyway, but yeah, it wasn't fun. We made it. It was a long game, but we were gonna make it, and then winter came and said no. Alright. This is not a very forgiving game. So, I will be taking my time with certain decisions, so if you're just interested in someone who's going to pick up the game and go, this probably isn't the channel for you. This is not my first game. I know how that goes. It ends with them being dead in 30 minutes to an hour. Maybe a little more than that, depending on how badly you do. But I'm at least going to try to win. We will not, though, most assuredly. I imagine everyone will die. But the question is how? Go ahead and allow all the stuff so we can begin stockpiling it. Silver is the basic currency. There is gold, which I think most people will accept, but it's better to make stuff out of it, from what I understand. I don't really have anybody who's artsy presently, but at some point I will. For now, we're just gonna grow some potatoes here. And we will set up a medicine spot too. Here we shall grow Zarigum. And I know this isn't ideal because we're going to be sleeping here. They should be like right up next to it. But for now we're okay. I hope. I really hope so. Okay, so as far as defenses go, we're in a pretty good spot. My only concern is, well, I don't know. See, we could include that. I don't know how much electricity we're going to need, honestly. We need more than none, I know that. Let's go ahead and set up a storage area. No, well, yeah, I'll do that too. I need storage. For now, I'm just going to set the room as storage. And dumping, I'm thinking that we can put a stone cutter's bench here, so we can set a dumping zone of this area. And set this only for chunks. You know what? Let's, this is what we're gonna want. This is marble. I prefer granite. Marble is not nearly as strong as granite. Do we have granite? We do have granite. Alright. Well, then you will only be for granite. Slag. I'm not going to include slag. And I'll set up another dumping stockpile. Like over here, I guess. Which will just be general dumpings. Okay. That out of the way. For right now, we need to set hauling for everybody at 1. Chef, cooking will be also high. I think Luke is the one who is sorry. Luke is the one who has shooting. That's their highest stats. And who had a good social? Luke has good social. Set that as 3. Right now, I mean, this is just, you know, first couple of nights. So it doesn't need to be real intense, but we do need to get all of our stuff together, at least. And we'll start mining. This looks like a good place. I can, well, I'll start this either way. Go ahead and claim this. I gotta claim all this stuff, actually. Alright. Now, I'm thinking about setting up a hydroponics hallway. Meaning that it will be the space between the 2 doors for each room will be 8. Sorry, just adjusting that fin there. And that means that I can fit 2 hydroponics things on each side. Alright, there's iron up here. We don't need to worry about that yet, but we will very soon. Right now, we should just get growing. Good job, chef. And set this to higher speed. So yeah, I think we'll let's say, let's get a plan here. Six. Yeah, our hallway is going to be 6 wide. Clear out this area to get that. And okay. Crap, I just realized I did this whole thing 5 and not 1, not 6. There we go, 6 wide, alright. So we will need, that will be our power, initial power source. Go ahead and, let's say, these will be the entranceway. So from here, let's set one here, and one on this side. I've changed it from 8 to 4. I think this will be a little bit better. Okay, so basic idea will be to do, I guess, I prefer to do a 7 by 7 just because I like to feel good about the position my colonists are in. But I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Well, crap. Let's go back to the drawing board with that then. Alright, let's see. Let's get 4, and then let's do the 8. Okay. Seven. And 7 by 7. So yeah, these people have really nice bedrooms. Usually I try to connect them. Maybe it'll be 7 by 8. Now the reason that you do this, or at least the reason that I do it, is so that they can, if we ever get attacked, they actually push into the base. Then we can kind of go around them. So if they're fighting in this hallway, we can go around and fight them from both sides. Makes things a little safer. So we're hauling. Go ahead and clean. Did I clean it? I guess so. Yep. Now, chef. I'd prefer you go get that silver. And Luke, go pick up these meals. We're gonna need food soon. Primarily use wood for furniture. I don't know what I'm going to do with this building here when we're done with it. It might stay. Maybe it'll be a holding cell or something. Honestly though, probably not. Alright, let's begin mining. Let's go ahead and mine this whole area out real quick. And deconstruct those. Yes, we need defenses. Usually people make what's called a kill box, which is basically a turret spam in such a way as to present like 15 different turrets and only one possible entrance. While that's good, I find that can be a little boring. And also the more turrets you have, the more people come, so it ends up being a lot of resources wasted. But, to be fair, that also means you get a lot of stuff. Cargo pods. This is where the random kicks in. Where is the stuff? Probably way all the way over here, yeah. I don't think we need all that. I will set that to pick up, though. I don't know that I have much use for slate. I think slate might be stronger than marble. But that's about it. I think Lucas... A space marine from Policeman's River is passing by. His name's Soren Grim River. Let's just take a look at the factions. Oh! Everybody hates me. Village at the mountain. A small community of survivors. These people have lived here for decades. They've lost most of the technology that brought them here, and usually work with simple mechanical tools and structures, and defend themselves with advanced gunpowder-era weapons. Not inherently aggressive nor weak, they are concerned with the practical matters of trade, trust, and survival. Pretty sure that's another Outlander town, so they have the same background. These people have been here a very long time. Maybe their ancestors crashed here 1,000 years ago. Maybe they survived some cataclysm that destroyed a technological civilization here. In any case, the tribals are mostly nomadic people who live off the land using primitive tools and weapons. Some tribes are more aggressive than others. Many are open to trade and alliances, even with strange peoples like yourselves. Close cooperation or recruitment will be very difficult because of the vast socio-technological and linguistic gaps between the tribal and yourselves. Despite their apparent technological weakness, the tribals can be dangerous enemies and valuable friends because of their skills with low-tech warfares, their numbers, and their hardiness. And lastly, the Mantis and Death outfit. Pirates. A gang of pirates. Pirates don't sow, they don't build, and they rarely trade. They enrich themselves mostly by raiding and robbing the more productive groups in the area. Their technology levels depend mostly on who they've managed to steal from recently. Mostly they carry gunpowder-era weapons, though the luckier ones may have advanced energy weapons, and some may just like to stab people at close range. They are our primary threat, them and the mechanoids. God, I hate mechanoids. Okay. So we have made it to March 4th. March 4th. What's the only date It is also a command. March forth. Ha ha ha. I am a joke. Let's eat. Just gonna go ahead and set these up ahead of time. What do we got here? More cargo pods. Nearer? Granite blocks this time. I will take granite. Okay. So far we've managed to amass 1,000 silver. That's a good start. A bionic limb is something around 1,700 silver. I hope we don't need any bionic limbs, but you never know. It's a dangerous world out there. Okay. So, Luke is progressing with the mining. Chris is... who's constructing? Is anybody? I don't think I said anybody constructing. Luke's the only one who has, oh, yeah. Set chef to construct, too. That way I can give him a little bit of an increase. Looks a little blurry to me for some reason. Out of our way, turtle. Oh, we now have a roof. If you would mind constructing this wall before you eat, chef. Much obliged. Thanks. Alright. How far do we mine? We're getting there. Let's build a research bench. The way this game works, when you deconstruct something, you don't get as many resources as you put into it originally, so just be wary. It's not necessarily a good idea to constantly move stuff around, as far as like furniture and walls and stuff go. It's better just to get an idea and to go with that. Alright, chef. What are you taking? Survival meals. Good call. But, I think I'd rather you take the medicine for right now. What is this? Some visitors. Visitors don't really do anything, unless they can be helpful. If, for instance, you're getting attacked. What is in this one? 41. Okay. Yeah, just take it, Chris. If you're getting attacked and the visitors come at that time, they will usually side with you against the attackers. I'm not sure if being visited improves your relationship with the people. I don't think so. I know it used to be that you just had to give them silver. Was the only way to improve your relationship, which kind of sucked. I think Luke is the only good constructor we have. And yeah, he does have it set. Luke, I'd rather you work on the research bench right now, so we can get Chris to start doing some Jude and Storm. Yeah, whatever, buddy. Nope. Now it's not whatever, now it's... Finish the research bench. Nope. Keep going. Fallville? No, I don't like Fallville. I like Petra Nova, which is not big butts, and I cannot lie about that. I think we're all male. Chef might be female. No, I think we're all male. So, for those of you that care about such things, hopefully we will be off the planet before we need to worry about descendants, though, and such issues become a problem for us. Storm. As a clerk. Look at that social. Jude also has a crazy social. I would still like Chef, yeah, go ahead and do that. I guess I'm gonna have to set up another stockpile for food, even though should be good on that. Let's I guess go ahead and set up a stockpile just for food right now. This isn't ideal, but I just wanted them to get all of this harvested and start to, you know, grow another crop, basically. Luke, I still need to mine. Okay, now right here, yeah, I should go ahead and set this up here. Okay, so this is the door. We'll go ahead and set that up there. And, yeah, that'll work. This is going to be our freezer. And it is going to connect to our kitchen. I could make the kitchen and the freezer the same room. I've done that before. It doesn't really cause problems. I might do that this time. And just say, yeah, let's make a kitchen that is also a freezer. Nice big area. I want to turn this into our prison. I think that's a good idea. And this will be our hospital. Pretty crappy one, I know. But you know what? I'm going to. I mean, I can go ahead and unpause it right now, but let's do that. And then we'll make the kitchen a little smaller and the hospital a little bigger. Okay. So, yep, this is Rimworld. Got some deer up there and some boar. I mean, this is just, though, all this up here is a really nice expansion area. I probably will never make it that far. We'll probably branch out a little, branch north, I guess, and south. We'll do both. I need to get over here, yeah. When I get over in this area, I'll, again, have a safe-ish gardening area. And a lot of trees, too. A whole lot of trees. It's going to take some time, but we'll get there. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. And I will upload another video in a little bit, but I'm not even sure that this video is, in fact, going to work out at all. So, I don't want to put in 3 hours to the game and then come back and find, oh yeah, you weren't recording at all. So, alright, I guess that's it. I'll see you next time.